With Scarlet and Violet, there are now over 1,000 Pokemon. 9 generations. Here's my thoughts on all of them.
Starting with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is the best Kanto starter. Ivysaur. Ivysaur's cool. Never really played him in Smash, but he's alright. Venusaur. Venusaur is the most awkward full stage starter from Gen 1. Charmander. I really like Charmander. I can never not think about that episode from the anime where Charmander's left out in the rain. Charmeleon. Charmeleon should be the same color as Charmander and Charizard. Charizard. Charizard is great. He's overrated, but he's great. Squirtle. The Squirtle squad will live forever in infamy. Wartortle. Why does he have wings? Blastoise. Blastoise is pretty cool. Caterpie. It's just a caterpillar. Metapod. Use Harden. Butterfree. Butterfree is my choice for the Gen 1 bug.
Weedle. Weedle is the better Caterpie. Kakuna. Kakuna's tie is really cool. Beedrill. Beedrill is kind of awkward, in my opinion. Pidgey. Just a bird. Pidgeotto. A bigger bird. Pidgeot. The best bird. Rattata. Rattata always felt like a Team Rocket Pokemon, even though it wasn't. Raticate. Blue's Raticate died. Spearow. Spearow is a worse bird than Pidgey. Fearow. Fearow looks really awkward. Ekans. Is snake spelled backwards? Arbok. Arbok is really cool. I really like Arbok. Pikachu. Fat Pikachu is the better Pikachu. Raichu. Raichu is better than Pikachu. Sandshrew is nice. Sandslash is worse. Nidoran female. It's a Nidoran. Nidorina. It's a bigger Nidoran. Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's okay. Nidoran male. Spiky Nidoran. Nidorino. Spiky bigger Nidoran. Nidoking. Nidoking is sick. Clefairy. I really like Clefairy. Clefable, not so much. Vulpix, one of the best fire Pokemon ever. Ninetales, also amazing. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff in the anime is one of my favorite characters. Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff looks really awkward and looks too much like an egg. Zubat. Zubats are annoying. Golbat. Golbat in Pixelmon used to look like an iPad, and I think that's really funny. Oddish. I like Oddish. Gloom. I don't like that Gloom is constantly drooling. Vileplume. Vileplume looks like it smells. Paris. Paris is okay. Parasect. Parasect is weird. Venonat. Venonat's pretty cool. Venomoth. Venomoth is like a better Butterfree. There, I said it. Diglett. I don't think anything is under the dirt when it comes to Diglett. Nordug Trio. Nothing is under there. Meowth. I wish I had a Meowth in real life. Persian. Persian's pretty cool. Giovanni's Persian in that one anime, really cool. Psyduck. Psyduck should have been called Golduck. And Golduck should have been called Psyduck. Mankey. I think Mankey was pretty cool. Primeape. Primeape is probably my least favorite fighting type in Generation 1. Growlithe. Growlithe is so cool. Arcanine, even cooler. Poliwag, cool. Poliwhirl, the spiral changed. It flipped, and that really annoys me. Poliwrath, kind of weird it's a fighting type. I get it, but it's kind of weird. Abra. Abra really annoys me, because I can never catch one. Kadabra. Kadabra's okay. Alakazam. I like his spoons. Machop. I always thought that the spikes on the top of his head were yellow and not whitish tan. Machoke. Machoke is kind of too human-like. Machamp. Machamp's pretty cool. Bellsprout. I think Bellsprout is really funny looking, but I really like him. Weepinbell. Okay, Weepinbell's odd. Victory Bell. Victory Bell's kind of weird, but I like how it's based off of a pitcher plant. Tentacool. Tentacool? Pretty cool. Tentacruel? Pretty cruel. Geodude. I think Geodude's great, but it's kind of weird that he just floats there. Graveler. Graveler always reminded me of just a giant pile of gravel, which, I mean, kind of fits. Golem. Golem looks too much like a soccer ball and too little like a rock. Ponyta. I love Ponyta, especially the shiny. Rapidash. Rapidash is pretty cool. No Arcanine, but pretty cool. Slowpoke. I like Slowpoke. Slowbro. Slowbro's kind of odd, because he just stood up. Something else bit him. Magnemite. I feel like in the newer games, Magnemite doesn't look like a Pokemon. It just kind of looks really fake. Magneton. Magneton also is like that, except there's just 3 of them. Farfetch'd. I kind of miss that Farfetch'd isn't a one-stage line. Doduo. Why can it learn Fly? Same with Dodrio. It should not be able to learn Fly. There are no wings. Seal. Seal's very forgettable. Dugong, even more forgettable. Grimer. I mean, he's there. Muck. He's there too. Well, kind of. Shelder. I like Shelder. I think Shelder's pretty cool. Cloyster. Also, really like Cloyster. Ghastly. Ghastly's great. Kind of thought it used to be related to Cloyster and Shelder, because the black ball with just eyes and a mouth kind of looks similar. Haunter. Okay. But Gengar. Gengar's amazing. Look at him. Onix. I like Onix. I think the Crystal Onix is really cool, and wish it was in like any game that's in the main line. Drowsy. Why? Hypno. Creepy. Creepiest Pokemon of the generation. Krabby. He's just a little crab. Kingler. Just a big crab. Voltorb. Voltorb is kinda lazy, but I like it. Electrode. I like that when it evolves, it just rolls over and grows a mouth where its eyes were and doesn't have full eyes. Execute. I've always wondered if that one egg is dead because it's cracked open. Executor. I mean, I like him. Cubone. Cubone is really sad. Marowak. Marowak's pretty cool. Hitmonlee kinda looks weird. Hitmonchan. I like Hitmonchan. I really like Hitmonchan. I think Hitmonchan looks pretty cool. Probably the best fighting type of the generation. Lickitung. Why? Coughing. I love Coughing. Coughing, really underrated Pokemon. Wheezing. Wheezing just kinda looks sad and like unwell, obviously. Rhyhorn. I'm kind of impartial to Rhyhorn. Rhydon, pretty cool. Chansey, I love that Chansey was put with Nurse Joy in the anime. Tangela, really forgettable. Kangaskhan. I think Kangaskhan is great. Horsey. I like Horsey. Seadra, also pretty cool. Glad it got Kingdra, because it never did feel like a final evolution. Goldeen. Goldeen is just a forgettable fish. Same with Seeking. Very forgettable. Staryu? I really like Staryu. But what is it? It's a starfish, but like, what else? Like, where are its eyes? Starmie? Also the same. Why does it have a power gym? I don't get it. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime would have been the creepiest Pokemon of the generation if it weren't for Hypno. Scyther. Scyther is sweet. I really like Scyther. Jinx. Jinx is... yeah. Electabuzz. I like the whole duo Electabuzz and Magmar give off. Magmar. I like the whole duo Magmar and Electabuzz give off. Pinsir. Some part of me always felt that Pinsir was a Gen 2 Pokemon because it kind of pairs well with Heracross. Tauros. Tauros is okay. Magikarp. Magikarp. I think Magikarp is hilarious. Gyarados, also kind of funny because it used to be just a fish. Now it's a dragon. Lapras. I don't understand how Game Freak has forgotten about Lapras. Lapras is so cool. Ditto. Yep, it's Ditto. Eevee. I really like Eevee, and I really like the whole mechanic of it has 8 evolutions. Vaporeon. Probably my least favorite out of the evolutions out of this generation. Jolteon. I feel like Jolteon should only ever be named Sparky. Flareon. Personally, my favorite evolution of Gen 1. Porygon. Porygon, underrated Pokemon. My favorite line is Porygon, Porygon 2, Porygon Z. Ammonite. I like Ammonite. Amistar. Okay, now he's getting weird. Kabuto. Kabuto always kind of creeped me out with its red eyes. Kabutops. I really like Kabutops. And I feel like it's an inspiration for Genesect. I don't know for 100%. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's pretty cool. Snorlax. Great. Really like Snorlax. Articuno. The best bird. The best legendary bird. Just is. Zapdos. Pretty cool. Looks like it hurt to step on. Moltres. Fire chicken. Dratini. I like Dratini. Dragonair. Even better. Dragonite. I always thought it kind of overrated, and I didn't get it. I don't get the Dragonair evolving into Dragonite. It doesn't make sense to me. It just... like, how do you go from this to this? Mewtwo. Why is Mewtwo before Mew in the Pokédex? I get that Mew is a mythical, and Mewtwo's a legendary, and you don't really see Mew in the game, but this really annoys me. This should not be like this. How is the clone before the original? But Mewtwo's pretty cool. Mew? Great. Love Mew.
Chikorita. The worst starter out of the 9. Bayleaf. I like the razor leaf that it has. Meganium. Meganium's pretty okay. Nothing stand out. But the one in New Pokemon Snap is pretty cool. Cyndaquil. One of my favorite fire starters. Quilava. Kind of underwhelming, but I get it. Typhlosion. Really cool. They didn't really evolve though. You kind of just got bigger. Totodile. Totodile's great. Croconaw. I don't like that it looks like it's wearing a onesie. And for Alligator, the best starter in the generation. Sentret. Sentry's okay. Furret's great. Hoot Hoot. I like Hoot Hoot. I just don't like how red its eyes are. Noctowl. Noctowl is really cool. Ladybug. An underwhelming bug Pokemon. Lydian. The same. Spinarak. Okay. Ariados. Also okay. Crobat. Crobat's pretty cool. Chinchou. I really like Chinchou. And its typing. Same with Lantern. Lantern's also really cool. Pichu. I don't like Pichu. I wish we got Gorochu instead of a baby for the line. Cleffa. Cleffa's okay, I guess. And Igglybuff. Igglybuff is just unnecessary. Togepi. I really like Togepi. Love it in the anime. Togetic. Togetic is okay. I just hate it in Pokemon Go because it's a pain in the butt to catch. Natu. Natu's cool. Xatu. Xatu's even better. Mareep. One of the best electric Pokemon ever. Flaffy. Also in the top 10. Ampharos. Easily up there. Blossom. Just unnecessary. Meryl. I really like Meryl. I also don't understand why it was called a Pikachu clone. It looks nothing like Pikachu. Azumarill. Azumarill's also cool. I like Azumarill. Kind of forgettable though. Sudowoodo. There's wood in the name. It's a tree. Why is it a rock type? Politoed. Politoed looks really weird with the rest of its line. Hoppip. Hoppip's okay. Skiploom. Skiploom's also just okay. Jumpluff. Underwhelming. Apom. It doesn't work as a single stage Pokemon. Sunkern. I really like Sunkern because of how useless it is. Sunflora. I also like Sunflora. I like its derpy face. Yanma. Yanma's really cool, especially its shiny. Wooper. Wooper's hilarious. Quagsire, even better. In new Pokemon Snap, it's amazing. Espeon, one of the best evolutions. Umbreon, the best evolution. Murkrow, I like it. I like it a lot. Slowking, easily the best out of the Slowbro line. Mischievous, okay. Unknown, I really like Unknown. I like the concept of the hieroglyphics with Unknown. Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet always just annoyed me. Girafarig. Why does its tail have a face? Pineco. Pineco is really cool looking. Really intimidating for a pinecone. Fortress. Also. I really like it. Dunsparce. I think Dunsparce is really funny. Especially with its little wings. Gligar. I forgot Gligar was part of Gen 2. Steelix. One of the best unnecessary evolutions. Because Onyx didn't need an evolution, but I'm so glad we have Steelix. Snubbull. Snubble's okay. Granbull, also okay. Quillfish? I don't know how to feel about Quillfish. Scizor? Oh my gosh. This is the bug that we needed. This is the only good bug in the generation. Well. Shuckle. Also another great bug. Underrated. Heracross. Also a pretty good bug. Sneasel. I really like Sneasel. I like him a lot. Teddiursa. Okay. Ursaring. Also okay. I never really got the hype. Slugma. Slugma is so cool. Macargo, even better. I love Macargo. Swinub. Swinub's okay. Piloswine, also okay. It never really did feel like the end of the evolutionary line. Corsola. I really like Corsola. I think Corsola's really cute. Remoraid. I wish they kind of went with the beta design for Remoraid, of him looking like a gun. Octillery. I also wish that they went with the beta design for Octillery, of him looking like a tank, because these two have no business being one evolutionary line. Delibird. Hilarious. Mantine. Honestly, Mantine, pretty great. Skarmory. Skarmory is so cool. Houndour. And Houndoom. I can never remember which one is which. Kingdra. Wow. I never knew how much I needed a final evolution for Seadra. Phanpy. Phanpy might be my favorite Pokemon in the whole generation. Donphan. Not as great as Phanpy. Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is pretty cool. I like how it literally is an upgrade to Porygon. Stantler. I always thought Stantler looked dumb. Smeargle. Just another meme Pokemon. Tyrogue. I'm glad that we got Tyrogue, because it takes Hitmonlee and Chan and actually makes them related. Hitmontop. Always felt like the lesser of the three. Smoochum. Why? Elekid. I like Elekid. I like how it looks like a plug. Magby. Magby's okay. Kind of unnecessary. Miltank. I don't like Miltank. Blissey. Blissey? Phenomenal. Great Pokemon. Raikou. Raikou's probably the worst out of the legendary dogs. Or legendary beasts. Entei. I really like Entei in the third movie. Suicune. Easily the best. Larvitar. Larvitar's pretty cool, I guess. Pupitar. Pupitar always kind of annoyed me, because it feels like a Metapod or a Kakuna, but these aren't bugs, I don't think. Tyranitar. Tyranitar is so cool. We need more Pokemon like Tyranitar. Lugia. I just learned recently that Lugia actually wasn't a Pokemon. It was just invented for a movie, and they just made it for the Pokemon. Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh was my first EX Pokemon card ever, and I love Ho-Oh for that. Celebi. I used to think it was called Celery, and then I didn't like it because of that fact, even though it turned out to be wrong. Trico. He's a cool guy. Grovyle. You can tell Trico is now in his teenage angst phase. Sceptile. Sceptile's pretty good. Torchic. Torchic is the best out of the three. Combuskin. He looks phallic. Blaziken. In the anime, when they showed Blaziken early, it was so cool. Mudkip. I didn't know Mudkip was an axolotl. Marshtomp. Why did he change colors like that? Swampert. Swampert is sweet. Poochyena. Poochyena's fine. Mightyena. Also fine. Zigzagoon. Very funny. Lanoon. Eh. Wurmple. Wurmple's okay. Silcoon. Pretty cool. Beautyfly. Butterfree was better. Cascoon. Silcoon's better.
Dustox. The best out of this line. Lotad. I really like Lotad. Lombre. Also very nice. Ludicolo. Probably the best water type in this generation. Well, maybe with one exception. Seedot. He's an acorn. Nuzleaf. Kind of foul looking too. Shiftry. I forget that Nuzleaf evolves. Tailo. Tailo's okay. Swellow. Honestly, I like Swellow. Wingle. I really like Wingle. Pelipper. Pelipper has a really weird eye. Ralts. Okay. Corellia. Fine. Gardevoir. Too human-like for my liking. Surskit. I don't get it. Masquerain. Cool, I guess. Shroomish. Shroomish's face is very weird and doesn't look like it suits the Pokemon. Breloom. Breloom is alright. Slackoff. Pretty cool. Vigoroth. Pretty cool. Slacking. Really cool. Nincada. Nincada's fine. Ninjask. Also fine. Shedinja. I really like the idea behind Shedinja and being an extra Pokemon to the line. Whismur. Whismur's eyes are weird. Loudred. I really like Loudred. Exploud. Exploud is the perfect way to end off this evolutionary line. Makuhita. Never been a fan. Hariyama. Also, never been a fan. Azurill. Azurill's really unneeded. Nosepass. Nosepass really needed a Probopass. Skitty. Skitty's okay. Delcatty feels like a more awkward version of Skitty. Sableye. I like Sableye a lot. Mawile. Not as good as Sableye. Aeron. A top tier. Larion. It's okay. Aggron. Aggron is sick. Meditite. Meditite is pretty cool. Medicham also feels just like a more awkward version of Meditite. Electrike. Electrike is cool. Magnetric. I really like Magnetric. Probably my favorite electric type from this whole generation. Plusle. Go to hell. Minun. I love Minun. Volbeat. Kind of just gross. Illumise. Not as gross as Volbeat. I just don't like her. Rosalia. Rosalia feels weird being the only Pokemon in the evolutionary line. Thank God it got Bidoof and Roserade. Gulpin. What is a Gulpin? Swalot. Why did it get a mustache? And why do I love it? Carvana. Carvana's super cool. Sharpedo. I love that you get to ride Sharpedo in most games that he's in. Wailmer. Wailmer's alright, but a shadow too. Wailord. Wailord's the best. Numel. Camerupt. Pretty cool. Torkoal. Torkoal's okay. Spoink. I constantly think that Spoink is a Gen 2 Pokemon, and I don't know why. Grumpig. I don't like it. Not at all. Spinda. I really like the idea behind Spinda and how every Spinda is kind of unique. Trapinch. Trapinch is alright. Vibrava. I forget this Pokemon's name most of the time. Flygon. Flygon should have gotten a Mega. It shouldn't have been cut. It would have been so cool. Cacnea. I think Cacnea in the anime might be my favorite on Team Rocket after the Indigo League. Cacturn. Cacturn's alright. Swablu. I really like the Swablu line. Altaria, perfect evolution. Zangoose. I don't like it that much. Seviper, I like it a lot more. Lunatone. I don't have an opinion on it. Solrock. I think Solrock's pretty cool. Barboach. Barboach feels like a filler Pokemon to me. Whiscash. I hate that the Master Ball was eaten by a Whiscash in the anime, and we never got to see a Master Ball again. Corphish. Corphish is just a meme of a Pokemon, isn't he? Crawdaunt. Where did the blue come from? Baltoy. I hate Baltoy. I hate it a lot. Claydol. Claydol's fine. Lileep. Feels weird to look at. Cradilly. Same thing. Anorith. Anorith is pretty cool. Armaldo. I really like Armaldo. Probably the best fossil from their generation. Feebas. Feels like a B-Tech Magikarp. Milotic. I really like Milotic. Castform. Thunderball. Kecleon. I think Kecleon's really cool, but I don't like him in Pokemon Go. His mechanic pisses me off there. Shuppet. Shuppet's just alright. Bayonet. Bayonet's cool, I guess. It kind of creeps me out a little bit. Duskull. He's alright. Dusclops. I like the idea of Dusclops. I just feel like it shouldn't have been the ending of the evolutionary line in the generation. Tropius. I forget about Tropius all the time. Chimecho. Why would you give this a baby? Absol. I used to think Absol was a legendary Pokemon because of Pokemon Brick Bronze, and I really like it because of that. Why not? We had to get a Wobbuffet, didn't we? Snorunt. Snorunt's pretty cool. Glalie. Glalie is sweet. I think its Mega is worse, though, than its normal form. Sfeel. I hate that name. Celio. I like Celio. Walrein. I feel like Walrein is a downgrade from Celio. And there's too much of a difference between Celio and Walrein compared to Sfeel and Celio. Clamperl. Clamperl's shiny is a lot better than the normal form. Huntail. I don't like it. Gorbis. I don't like this one either. Relicanth. I like that Relicanth is a coelacanth fish. I just think the design could have been more creative. Love Disc. I don't really have an opinion on it. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Bagon. Bagon's okay. Shelgon. Worse than Bagon. I don't like the whole metamorphosis idea behind Pokemon. Salamence. Salamence is really cool. My favorite pseudo out of this generation. Beldum. Beldum is a little weird, but I really like him. Metang. Metang is the perfect middle evolution in this line. Metagross. Metagross is pretty cool. Regirock. I think is the most mid out of the Regis. Regice. Regis just looks like it's nothing. Registeel. I really like Registeel. I think Registeel's design is really cool compared to Regice. Latias. I like Latias in the movie. Latios. Latios is my pick out of the Eon duo. Kyogre. My Kyogre is called Billy. Groudon. Groudon in the cutscenes looks really dumb. Because he's trying to fight Kyogre while Groudon is on an island that is way too small for him. Rayquaza. Rayquaza is so cool. Jirachi. I don't get it. I think Jirachi's a cool looking Pokemon. I just don't get the idea behind it. Deoxys. The defense look to Deoxys is dumb. The speed looks worse than the original. The attack looks pretty cool, and the original is the best. Turtwig. Easily my favorite starter. Usually it's not the grass one, but I really like Turtwig. Grottle. Alright. Doesn't feel as awkward as a middle evolution as most other starter middles do. Torterra. I really like the concept behind Torterra, and it growing a continent on its back. Chimchar. I think Chimchar's overrated. Monferno. I like Monferno more than Chimchar. Infernape. Infernape's really cool. Best one out of the line. Piplup. I love Piplup in the anime. Prinplup. Okay, feels a little awkward now. Empoleon. I don't like how it got the trident on its forehead. Starly. Starly probably has the most personality out of most regional birds. Staravia. It's a bigger Starly. Staraptor. What's with the emo haircut on the top? Starly and Staravia had a curl. Why does Staraptor go full emo punk rock? Bidoof. One of the goats. Bibarel. Kind of climbing on the back of Bidoof's success. Really, if you think about it. Kricketot. I don't like the name. I think of Tot as weird. Kricketune. Kricketune okay. Shinx. I love Shinx. Luxio. Also great Pokemon. Luxray. Hell yeah. Bidoof. I don't really like it. I never really liked it. I think Bidoof's really weird and awkward. Roserade. Roserade is getting to the too human-esque. Cranidos. Not my favorite fossil Pokemon. Rampardos. Cooler, but still not as great as I'd like it to be. Shieldon. Shieldon looks like a McDonald's toy. Bastiodon. I really like Bastiodon. Burmy. The plant version is the best, the sandy version is weird, and the trash version is cool. Wormadam. Same thing, but sandy's not as bad. Mothim. I think Mothim's really forgettable. Combee. I like Combee. I really like Combee. Vespiquen. Vespiquen is really cool. Pachirisu. Pachirisu is probably my favorite Pikachu clone besides, like, Meryl, if Meryl counts. Weasel. Weasel. Floatzel. I have no opinion on Floatzel, really. Cherubi. Cherubi's okay. Cherim. I don't think either one of Cherim's forms looks like a normal version of the Pokemon. Shellos. Shellos is alright. I like the male and female counterpart. I like how prominent it is. Gastrodon. It's not as much of a change, besides the brown and the green. But I don't like the brown and the green editions all too much. Ambipom. Apom was better. Drifloon. I like Drifloon. Drifblim. Having a balloon evolve into a blimp is, yeah, I get it. But I feel like Drifblim should have been larger. Binary. It's okay. Lopunny. I don't like it. Miss Magius. I don't know how to say this Pokemon's name right. Honchkrow. I think Honchkrow is really cool and is a needed evolution for Murkrow. Glameow. Okay. Purugly. Yep, that's true. Chingling. I like Chingling. I just think it's unneeded. Stunky. Stunky's alright. I wish it leaned more into the skunk aspect, but it's cool. Skuntank. Also, kind of wish it was just more of a skunk. Bronzor. I really like Bronzor. Bronzong. My first official shiny. I love it. Bonsly. I don't like that Bonsly is a rock type. Mime Jr. I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. Happiny. I feel like Happiny is too much of a change from Chansey and Blissey. Chatot. I really like Chatot. I really like the design with the musical note and the idea behind it. Spiritomb. Creepy, but really cool. Gibble. I like Gibble. Gabite. Gabite feels like the pseudo middle evolution that makes the most sense out of Garchomp. I always never really liked Garchomp. I think he's just okay, personally. Munchlax. I love Munchlax. Riolu. I like Riolu. Lucario. I think Lucario's a bit overrated. Not a bad Pokemon, by any means, but just, really? Lucario's the one that gets all the praise from this generation? Hippopotas. Okay, why are the eyes looking at me like that? Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon is the Hippo Pokemon done correct. Skorupi. Skorupi? Mighty fine Pokemon. Drapion? Also pretty good. I like Drapion a lot. Krogunk. You know, Krogunk's okay. I think the orange circles on its face and its smile makes it look really weird, but I have nothing against it. Toxicroak, I don't like it. Carnivine. I feel like Carnivine's very forgettable. Finneon. It's another fish, isn't it? Lumineon. Lumineon's better looking than Finneon. They're just both generic fish. Mantike. I don't know why we got a Mantike. Do we really need a baby evolution of Mantine? I don't think so. Snover. Snover's alright. Abomasnow. I really like Abomasnow. I think Abomasnow is really cool. Weavile. Also, I love Weavile. Magnezone. Magnezone is too much of a difference between Magneton and Magnemite for me. Licky Licky. I really don't like it. We should have never gotten it. Lickitung was enough. We didn't need a Licky Licky. Rhyperior. Rhyperior's pretty cool. I feel like it was really needed because Rhydon didn't feel like a final evolution. Tangrowth. It's okay. I just not a big fan of the Tangrowth designs. Electivire. Bigger Electabuzz. Magmortar. I think Magmortar's pretty cool. It's the needed evolution for Magmar. Togekiss. Togekiss is okay. Yanmega. Yanmega is cool. It was needed for Leafeon. I love Leafeon. Glaceon just beating it out at the number 3 spot. I love Glaceon too. Gliscor. I forgot there was a Gliscor. Mamoswine. I like Mamoswine. I like the evolution of the design, but I just would never use him on a team. Not for me personally. Porygon Z. Hell yeah. Gallade. I don't really like Gallade too much. I think Gallade was an okay addition, but switching to the fighting style just didn't do it for me. Probopass. Needed, but it looks way too much like a lot of people. Dusknoir. I really like Dusknoir. I've never used Dusknoir while playing through a game, but I think I should. Frostlass. I don't like it. Rotom. I like the concept behind Rotom, but the Rotom dex really pissed me off, and now I'm starting to like the Pokemon less, as now I'm just thinking about it. Uxie. Probably the worst out of the Lake Spirits. Mesprit. Probably the best. Azelf. Most mid. Dialga. Ooh, Dialga's really cool. Actually, the reason that I chose Diamond. Palkia. Palkia's okay. I just think the design is a little weird, and compared to Dialga, it's worse. Heatran. I forget that Heatran exists. I think it's just a forgettable legendary. Regigigas. Ugh. It's just... There's so much potential there for, like, the father of all Regis. But its ability and its design just didn't do it justice. But I like the idea. I like the idea. Giratina. Giratina's so cool. Cresselia. Cresselia's okay. Fion. I don't really like Fion. Manaphy. Also, not the biggest fan. Darkrai? Whew. The best legendary from this generation. Shaman? Quite the change between Darkrai. From Darkrai to Shaman. But I like Shaman. I don't like its Skyform, though, nearly as much. And then Arceus. I really like Arceus. I don't like how it's a llama stuck in a fence. At least that's what it looks like. But Arceus is really cool, and I like how it can change into any typing. Victini. I like Victini. Why is it number 0 in the Unova Dex? That pisses me off. Snivy. Never really liked Snivy. Servine. Fine, I guess. Superior. I wish Superior had arms and legs and wasn't just a snake. I think it would have been better if it was walking like its pre-evolutions. Tepig. I actually really like Tepig. Pignite. Okay, now you're pushing it. Emboar. Emboar's okay. I feel like we could have used a change from the Fighting Fire starter after Gen 4. Oshawott. Oshawott's pretty cool. Duat. Duat's alright. Samurott. Okay. Why'd you go here? I don't think you should take a bipedal to a bipedal to a quadpedal. I don't think it works. Patrat. I don't like it. Watchog. Watchog's also just fine. Lillipup. I actually really like Lillipup. Herdier. Herdier's okay. Stoutland. I really like Stoutland. I'd never use Stoutland on a team. I just think really cool Pokemon. Purloin. I always thought it was Purlion. Liepard. It's okay. Pansage. Probably the best out of the pre-evolutions for the monkeys. Semisage. It looks stupid. Pansear. Dumb. Semisear. Even more dumb. Panpour. Panpour's pretty cool. Semipour. The best out of the fully evolved monkeys. Munna. I don't like Munna too much. Musharna. Musharna should have been the pre-evolution and not the evolution of Munna. Pidove. Pidove is okay. Tranquil. Forgettable. Unfezant. Unfezant seems like the most forgettable regional bird to me. Blitzel. I actually love Blitzel. Zebstrika, also amazing. I love how it evolved. Roggenrola. Roggenrola's pretty okay. Boldore, also fine. Gigalith. I wish Gigalith had more something. Woobat. Kinda ugly. Swoobat. Lazy name, but it looks better. Drillbur. Drillbur's pretty cool. Excadrill. I like Excadrill. Audino. Why was this the Pokemon that got a Mega Evolution from this generation? It doesn't really make sense. Timber. Timber's alright. Girder. Okay, now he's holding metal. Conkeldurr. I feel like going from wood to metal to stone wasn't the way to go. I feel like it should have been wood, stone, metal, because it feels like it's evolving through the ages of tools. But I get that a girder and concrete kind of have different strengths, and sometimes in some situations concrete can be stronger. Temple. Temple's alright. Palpitoad. I think Palpitoad is a weird mix of the Tympole, Politoed, Poliwhirl Pokemon. Seismitoad. Seismitoad looks sick. Not sick as in cool, but sick as in like it needs to go to the hospital. Thraw. Fine. Sock. Also fine. I got nothing for these two. It's just a worse version of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Swaddle. Swaddle's alright. Swadloon. Also fine. Livany. I don't like it that much. I wish it would have looked like a bug and not something that tried to be anthropomorphic. Venipede. Venipede's really cool. Whirlipede, also pretty cool. Scolipede, I really like Scolipede. Cottony. Cottony's alright. Whimsicott, also pretty good. Petilil. I never really liked it. Lilligant, I like Lilligant, especially in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That is a fantastic boss fight.
Masculine. I think the blue stripe is the best one. The red is the worst. And then the white one is just alright. Sandile. I think Sandile is really cool. Krokorok. Also, I really like Krokorok. It feels like a great evolution for Sandile. Crocodile, I don't know why it went red. I feel like that was unneeded, and you could have made it a larger Pokemon with the same color scheme as the other two. Darumaka. I don't get it. Darmanitan. I think Darmanitan's really cool, and I like how it goes into Zen mode, too. Maractus. Forgettable. Dwebble. Dwebble's pretty cool. Crustle. I don't like the name. I get it, because it's like, that's the crust of the earth. I just don't like the name at all. Scraggy. It's fine. Scrafty, also fine. I don't really like the Mohawk too much, though. Sigilyph. Sigilyph is a really interesting concept. Yamask. Yamask is also really cool. Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus is alright. Tortuga. Tortuga's probably my favorite fossil since Generation 1. Caracosta. It's okay. Archon. I always thought Archon was a bit overrated. Same with Archops. Archops, bit overrated. Trubbish. I'm a huge fan of Trubbish. Garbodor. I don't like it at all. Zora. No opinion, really. Zoroark. I like Zoroark. Just not as much as it gets praised for. Minccino. I like Minccino. Cinccino. Feels like a good evolution for Minccino, but... Gothita. I don't like it. I think it looks like Smoochum, but like... worse. Gothorita. Okay, now this looks like a Pokemon. Gothitelle. Solosis. Solosis is actually a pretty cool concept. Ugly, though. Duosion. Making sense. Good evolution. Reuniclus. Great evolution off that. Ducklet. One of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. No debate. Swanna. Also, I love Swanna. These two? Perfect. Vanillite. Vanillite's okay. Vanillish? Better than Vanillite. Vanillux? Now you're going too much. Deerling. I like how Deerling changes for the seasons. Autumn is my favorite. Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck, also great. But Winter Sawsbuck is my favorite. Emolga. I don't like Emolga that much as a Pikachu clone. It's whatever. Carablast. I don't like it too much. Escavalier. I really like how Escavalier took Shelmet's armor. I think it worked a lot better here than it did with Shelmet. Fungus. hilarious. Amoonguss, even funnier. Frillish. It's about time we get a jellyfish Pokemon. Jellicent? I feel like we could have just had Frillish and it would have been fine. Alomomola. Just another generic fish, really. Joltik. I like Joltik a lot. Galvantula. It's okay. Ferroseed. I don't really get it. Ferrothorn is great. I really like Ferrothorn. Clink. Clink is okay. I'm just not a big fan of the Pokemon that look like two Pokemon just put together. Clang. Clang is better. Because there's only really one face, even though there's technically a second face. Kling Clang. Still better than Clink and Clang. Very lazy name. But I like it more than the other two. Tynamo. Tynamo is great. I love the eel Pokemon. I'm a big fan of water types and how different you can make them. Electric. Also, really cool. Electros. Still, pretty nice. I don't like how it got arms though. I think the arms took away from the design. Elium. I don't like it. Beheeyem. I don't like it either. Litwick. I love Litwick. Lampent. Even better. Chandelure. What a perfect way to end off this line. Axew. Axew's fine. Fracture. Pretty awkward. Haxorus. Why did you change the color scheme up again? Why did that have to happen? Now it looks like a gross puke green. Axew and Fracture's colors were so much better. Cubchoo. Cubchoo's pretty good. I don't like the snot dripping out of its nose at all. Beartic? Now it's just another generic bear Pokemon. There's nothing great about it except for the ice. Cragganol. Cragganol's pretty weird to me. Shelmet. Shelmet's okay. Exegor? Also okay. Stunfisk I really don't like. Mienfoo is fine. Mienshao? I don't like it. I think it looks really weird, and I would never use it. Druddigon. It's Druddigon. Golett. I like Golett. Golurk. Kinda reminds me of the Iron Giant, and I really like it for that. Poniard. Poniard's okay. Bisharp? Bisharp is a lot better. I feel like the concept fits with Bisharp a lot more than its pre-evolution. Bouffalant. Bouffalant is fine. Rufflet. No thanks. Braviary. Eh. Volby. Gross. Mandibuzz. Okay, it's better. Heatmore. Heatmore's pretty weird. Durant. I hate Durant in Pokemon Go because why does it have such a high CP? Dano. I really like Dano. Sueleos. Also pretty cool. Hydreigon. Hydreigon. Even better. I love the whole Hydra theme and gaining heads as he evolves. Larvesta. Firebug? That's pretty cool. Volcarona. Oh my gosh. Volcarona is so nice. I love Volcarona. Cobalion. Probably my favorite out of the Swords of Justice. Terrakion. My least favorite, but I still really like him. Virizion. Virizion is okay. It's definitely the middle tier, but not as good as Cobalion. Like, not even close. Tornadus. I don't really like Tornadus too much. Thundurus. Always been a big fan. I've always thought Thundurus is a lot better than Tornadus. Reshiram. Reshiram is the best dragon. Reshiram is so cool. The complete white color scheme. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. Zekrom. Zekrom's cool, but it feels too edgy almost. Landorus. Landorus should have been next to Thundurus and Tornadus in the Pokédex. Kyurem. Kyurem's okay. I do really like the fusing mechanic though. I think that's a really interesting idea. Keldeo. I don't like Keldeo.
It always kind of felt like a pipsqueak. I don't know. I don't like it. It looks like My Little Pony. It doesn't look like it fits with the Pokemon. Meloetta. It's about time we get a music legendary. Genesect. Genesect is so cool. The idea of taking an extinct Pokemon, reviving it, and then adding robotics to it is so cool. I love Genesect, especially the red one from the movie. Oh my gosh, Genesect is so cool. Chespin, the worst base starter. Quadlin, the worst middle starter. Chestnut, the worst final evolved starter. All of this generation. Fennekin. Fennekin is my favorite base starter from this generation. I really like her. Braxton. Braxton's okay. Delphox. Delphox is who I choose when I play X and Y. Froakie. Froakie's also really good. Frogadier, the best middle evolution in this generation. Greninja. I think Greninja's overrated. I like Greninja. Just think Greninja's overrated. And I don't like the Ash Greninja gimmick. I don't like it. Bunnelby. I don't like Bunnelby. Diggersby. I really don't like. Fletchling. No, I like Fletchling. Fletchlander. A better Fletchling. Talonflame. Oh my gosh. This is the best regional bird ever. Scatterbug. Okay, it's basically a Caterpie. Sweepa. Sweepa's fine. Vivillon? I like Vivillon. I like the whole regional difference thing of like, wherever you play the game, that's what version you get. Litleo. Litleo's a pretty cool Pokemon. Pyroar. Pyroar's great too. Flabebe. Not a big fan. Floette. The best of the line. Florges? Florges? I don't like this at all. Skidoo. Skidoo's great. Gogoat. Not as good as Skidoo, but Gogoat's still pretty alright. Pancham. Pancham's pretty dope. Pangoro. Oh my gosh. This is such a cool Pokemon. Furfrou. I don't like it at all. Esper. I don't like it. It just creeps me out. Meowstic. I think both versions of Meowstic are amazing in their own ways. Honedge. Honedge is pretty okay. Dual Blade. I don't like it that much. Aegislash. Aegislash is great. Spritzy. Spritzy's cool. And Aromatisse. Aromatisse is also alright. But if this was supposed to be like a Plague Doctor Pokemon, why would you make it fairy and not dark? I don't get it. Swirlix. Swirlix is fine. Slurpuff? I don't like Slurpuff at all. Inkay. Inkay's great. Malamar? Even better. Pinnacle. Pinnacle's fine. Barbaracle? Barbaracle's pretty cool. Skrelp? Skrelp is okay. Dragulge? It's just a bigger Skrelp. Clauncher. Clauncher's pretty cool. Clytzer? I don't like it as much as Clauncher. Helioptile. Heliolisk? I don't like it that much. Tyrunt. Tyrunt is pretty cool. Tyrantrum? Wow. That's a sick Pokemon. Amora. Amora's great. Aurorus? So cool. I like how the fossils this generation stuck to a theme, and it was dinosaurs, and both of the dinosaurs they chose are amazing decisions. Sylveon. I don't like it that much. Sylveon's my least favorite, honestly. My least favorite out of the evolutions is probably Sylveon. Hawlucha. I like Hawlucha. I think it has a really funny concept behind it. Dedenne. Dedenne's a lazy Pikachu clone.
Like, it's not even that good. Carbink. Carbink is alright. Goomy. I like Goomy. Sliggoo. Mixed emotions on Sliggoo. Goodra? Oh my gosh, Goodra's great. Klefki. Klefki's stupid. Phantump? Phantump's alright. Trevenant? Trevenant's okay. I don't like how the roots became legs like that. Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo's fine. Gourgeist? Also, it's okay. Bergmite. I like Bergmite a lot. Avalugg? I don't like how shiny it looks. I know it's ice, but I don't look how it, like, there's a sheen on it. Noibat. Noibat's pretty alright. Noivern? Noivern? Really cool. I really like Noivern. Xerneas. Probably my favorite legendary from the generation. Yveltal? Really dark, but I like it a lot. Zygarde. Zygarde's 50% is the best. The complete looks like it's doing too much, and the 10% is okay. Diancie. Diancie's great. Hoopa. Normal Hoopa I don't like. Bound is crazy cool. But normal Hoopa's, Volcanion. I like how the first water fire Pokemon we ever got was a legendary. I actually really like it. It always reminded me of a better Heatran. Rowlet. My favorite grass starter ever. I love Rowlet. Look at him. How could you not love him? Dartrix. Dartrix is like a fancy butler if he was a bird. Decidueye. Holy crap, Decidueye is so cool. Litten. Litten's alright. Torracat. Kind of forgettable. Incineroar. Overhyped. I chose Incineroar the first time I played, but he's kind of overrated. Poplio. I don't like it that much. Brionne. Brionne is bad. Primarina. I don't know how you went from Poplio to Primarina. I don't understand that. Pecky-Peck. Pecky-Peck's pretty funny. Trumbeak. Makes sense. Toucannon. It's a pretty cool bird. Yungoos. I don't like Yungoos at all. It just annoys me. Gumshoes. Okay, Gumshoes is kind of funny. Grubbin. Why does Grubbin look like it has a unibrow? Charjabug. I actually really like Charjabug. It might be my favorite middle evolution of any of the regional bugs. Vikavolt. So cool. Crabrawler. Crabominable. Also, Oricorio. I like Oricorio. I hate the pom-pom version. Cutiefly. It's okay. Ribombee, also okay. Those two feel like filler Pokemon to me. Rockruff. I really like Rockruff, especially with the Professor. Lycanroc. Lycanroc is really cool. I'd say my favorite is probably the Midnight form. Wishy-Washy. It's another fish, but I like how it becomes a school. Marini. I don't like it that much. Toxapex also don't really like it. Mudbray. I like Mudbray. Mudsdale. Mudsdale's so cool. I really like how it becomes a rideable Pokemon in the game. Dewpider. Araquanid. Araquanid's alright. Fomantis. I forget that Fomantis exists. Lurantis. This might be my first time ever seeing this Pokemon. Morlul. Morlul's fine. Shiinotic. Also, it's okay. I have no feeling on it, really. Salandit. I like Salandit. Salazzle. It's too feminine. Why is it looking like that? Stuffle. I love Stuffle. Beware. It looks like a pill, but I like it. Bounsweet. Bounsweet's pretty cool. Steenie. Yeah, that makes sense. Serena. Too feminine. It's like too much like a person. Comfy. Makes sense. It's okay. Oranguru. What's with this generation's Pokemon that are only on their own? They don't evolve at all. He's alright. Passimian. Also, why? It feels like it needs a pre-evolution. Wimpod. He looks very skeptical. Glycopod. Pretty cool.
Sandygast, I don't understand. If it's on a beach, what is it and the beach? Same with Palossand, except Palossand's a little bit better. Pukyu Mukyu, I don't like it. Type Null,
I like the idea behind Type Null. Like a caged Pokemon. So Valley.
sorry.
Minior. Minior's alright. Koala. How have we only gotten one koala Pokemon ever? Turtonator. I have never liked Turtonator. I thought it's always looked really weird, and I don't like it. Togedemaru. One of the better Pikachu clones. Mimikyu. I don't really like Mimikyu. Bruxish. Ugly as hell. Drampa. That's like the coolest grandpa if he were a dragon, and I really like him. Delmise. It's okay.
Jangmo. Jangmo is alright. Hakamo. We're getting somewhere. Kamo.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Tapu Koko. Probably the best out of the Tapus. Tapu Lele. I don't like it that much. Tapu Bulu. He's just fine. Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini's great. Cosmog. I actually really like Cosmog. Cosmoem feels unneeded. Solgaleo. Holy crap. A Sun Lion? This is great. Lunala? A owl that's from space? That's so cool. I love these two legendaries. Nihiligo. I don't like it. Buzzwole. That's stupid, but kind of funny. Pheromosa. Pheromosa's alright. Xurkitree. My favorite Ultra Beast. Look at Xurkitree. Celesteela. That's a huge Pokemon right there. Kartana. Kartana's pretty cool, actually. It's like an origami. Guzzlord. Guzzlord's so ugly. Necrozma. Necrozma's gimmick of fusing is really cool, but I don't like Ultra Necrozma. It just feels like an excuse to make a really powerful Pokemon for no reason. Magearna. A man-made Pokemon has only been done a few times, and I feel like Magearna is a great way of doing it again. Marshadow. Marshadow reminds me of every horror movie character that is supposed to look cute, but creeps everybody out. Poipole. I don't really like it that much. Same with Naganadel. I don't like it. Stakataka. Stakataka's weird. I know that's like the whole Ultra Beast thing. Yeah, they're supposed to be a weird Pokemon from another dimension. But Stakataka is like the weirdest one. Blacephalon. I don't like it at all. It's like Mr. Mime but worse because it doesn't have a face. Zeraora. I've never seen Zeraora. Almost ever. Meltan. I really like Meltan. It's like Ditto, but with a lug nut on his head. It's nice. I really like it. Melmetal. Melmetal always looked weird to me. Meltan looked like a Pokemon. Melmetal looks like if a 7-year-old saw Meltan and was like, ooh, I can make an evolution to that. I just don't like it. And I feel like the shiny coating on like the epoxy, it makes it look weird. I also don't like how it's a Pokemon Go exclusive Pokemon. Like, you can't get that in any other game.
Grookey. The best out of the 3 base starters. Thwacky. That's a stupid name. Rillaboom. He's sick. Scorbunny. Scorbunny's alright. Reboot. Reboot's fine. Cinderace. Pretty cool. Sobble. I don't know. Drizzile I don't like. Inteleon? No thanks. Squovit. It's one of the cool rodents. Greedent pisses me off. Rookity. I like Rookity a lot. Corvisquire. Makes sense. Corviknight. That's a good bird. Blipbug. I don't like how it looks. Dottler. Dottler's pretty cool. Orbeetle. I actually really like Orbeetle. Nickit. Nickit's fine. Thievul. Thievel's also just fine. Glossifer.
I don't like it too much. Eldegoss. I like Eldegoss in that one new Pokemon Snap level. Wooloo. I need a shiny one. I can't get it, but I love Wooloo. Dubwool. Not as good, but not bad. Choodle. That's really funny. Dreadnought is sick. Yamper. Yamper's a cute dog. Boltund. I never really liked it. Roly-Poly. I love Roly-Poly. Carkol. It's fine. Colossal. I like it a lot. I just feel like it lost the gimmick. Applin. Flapple. I don't like Flapple. Appletun. No, I do like Appletun. Silicobra. It's fine. Sandaconda. Sandaconda's really cool. Cramorant. Cramorant's alright. I like that it can eat a Pikachu. Aerocuda feels like another fish. Barrascuda, now that's something. Toxel's alright. Toxtricity, I think the low key is better than the amped form. Sizzlipede, I like it. Centiskorch, I like it a lot. Clobbopus, I don't like. Graplocked, I also don't like. Sinistea is okay. Poltegeist is fine. Hatenna is whatever. Hatrim is alright, I guess. Hatterini, I don't like. Impidimp is really weird looking. Morgrim, it's like one of the characters from the Loud House. Grimmsnarl, though, I really like Grimmsnarl. Obstagoon, I don't like it that much. Berserker, I don't like the idea behind it. I wish we just got another Persian instead. Cursula, for Galarian Corsola, this is a great evolution. I wish we had a normal one, though. Sirfetch'd. I actually really like Sirfetch'd. I think it's better than the one that we would have gotten with the Gen 2 scrapped evolution of Farfetch'd. Mr. Rhyme. Unneeded. Stupid. Runerigus. Runerigus is actually really cool. I like it more than Cofagrigus. Milcery. Milcery's cute. Alcremie. I like how it evolves, and you can make it basically custom. Phalanx, I don't like. I don't like how there's multiple of them. Pincurchin, it's okay. Snom, the goat. Frostmoth is fine. Stonjourner, I actually really like. And Ice-Q, I also really like. Indeedee, feels like a worse Meowstic. Morpeko? Is just a funny guy. Qfant's pretty cool. Copperajah, even better. Dracozolt, I don't like. Arctozolt, I don't like. Dracovish, I don't like. Arctovish is okay. I'm not a big fan of these fossil Pokemon. I think they're all dumb. I like the idea behind it. I just would prefer to see the Pokemon in full of how they should be. Duraludon's okay. Dreepy's pretty good. Dracloak, I like how it has a Dreepy on its head. And Dragapult, I like how this just has more Dreepies on it. Definitely an underrated pseudo legendary. Zacian, it feels unnatural with a sword in its mouth. Zamazenta feels more natural, but I like Zacian's design more. Eternatus doesn't feel like a Pokemon. Kubfu, I kind of like Kubfu. Urshifu, Zarude, never seen him in a game. I know it's an event Pokemon, I've never saw him. Regieleki, I like Regieleki. I feel like it's not as good of a Reggie as it could have been. Same with Regidrago. They're not the colossal titans like the rest of the Reggies were, and I feel like it's a little bit lost with them. Glastrier, the better horse. Spectrier, the worse horse. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just worse than the other one. Calyrex looks stupid without the horses. It's like, this is your big legendary in the DLC? No. This is dumb.
Wordier, it's alright. Cleavor is dumb. It's stupid. Ursaluna, I like Ursaluna. Basculegion, okay. Sneasler, that's stupid. Overquill, it feels unneeded, but I actually like it. Then Enamorus. Enamorus is, I don't know how I feel about it. I like it, but I also don't. It's one of those Pokemon for me. Sprigatito. That's the starter I chose. I thought it was the best out of the 3. Floragato. Okay. Didn't have to stand up. Meowscarada. It's pretty good. Fuecoco. I like Fuecoco. Crocolore. I like it. Feels awkward though. Skeledirge. That's really cool. Kinda wish I picked it. Quaxley. Okay. Quaxwell. Stupid. Quaquaval. I don't like it. Lechonk. He's the goat. Oinkalong. Tarantula. It's okay. Spidops. It's alright. Nimble. I don't get it. Lokix. Stupid. Pommy is fine. Pomo is just a bigger version of it. Pomot is just a bigger version of that. Tandemouse. I actually kind of like Tandemouse for not liking multiple body type Pokemon. I do like Tandemouse. Mousehold, I also kind of like, but I think Tandemouse is better. Fido, I like it. Dashbun, never seen it before now. It's okay. Smoliv, kind of a worse Oddish. Dolliv, okay, we're getting somewhere. Arboliva, I don't get it. Squawkabilly, that's kind of funny. I like its hair. Knackley, I like Knackley. It's this generation's really cool. Knacklestack, pretty cool. Garganical, I like Garganical. Charcadet's sweet. Armarouge, also pretty great. Surlage is fine. Tadbulb is pretty cool. Bellybolt, I don't get it. Why does it have 4 eyes? Wattrel, pretty cool. Kilowattrel, lazy name, but I still like it nonetheless. Mastiff, okay. Mabostiff, I like it more. A lot of dog Pokemon in recent years. Shroodle, I like Shroodle. Grafaiai, stupid name, but I like the Pokemon. Bramblin creeps me out. Bramblegast creeps me out even more. Toadschool is dumb. Toadscruel is more stupid. Cloth, what's a cloth? Capsicid, it's alright. Scovalion, I like Scovalion. Raylor is okay. Rabska is fine. Flittle's dumb. Espartha's okay. I'm just not a big fan. Tinkatink, I like Tinkatink. Tinkatuff, I think it's funny that it basically doesn't grow. It's just the hammer. And Tinkatun, just the hammer gets bigger and the hair, which I think is kind of funny. Wiglet is great. Wugtrio is funny but also great. Bombardier, I don't like it that much. Finizen, it's about time we get a dolphin Pokemon. Finizen is so cool. Palafin, now this I don't like. And I think the hero form is worse than the normal one, and the normal one is just lazy. Varoom, yeah, I like Varoom. Reverum, also, I like Reverum. Cyclizar's okay. Orthworm, I like the battle in the game. Glimmet, I actually really like Glimmet. Glimmora, not so much. It just feels weird to me and feels incomplete, like there should be another Pokemon on the line. Graveyard, okay. Houndstone, it's fine. I don't like the dead dog idea. Flamigo, this is lazy and stupid. Citadel, I don't like it. Cetitan, I also don't like it. Veluza, it's just a worse Barraskewda. Dondozo, I kind of like Dondozo. Tatsugiri, I think the normal form is my favorite. Annihilape is so cool. I never knew we needed a Primeape evolution, but I'm glad we got one. Clodsire, I hate Clodsire. Quagsire is so much better. Farigiraf, what the hell is a Farigiraf? The Dunsparce,
That's lazy. King Gambit? I like King Gambit. I think it's really cool. Now it's a Paradox Pokemon. Great Tusk. It's fine. Donphan's better. Screamtail. That's okay. Brute Bonnet. It's kind of funny that we got another Amoonguss. Fluttermane, I don't like. Slitherwing is okay. Sandy Shocks, I actually like Sandy Shocks. Iron Treads, pretty cool. Iron Bundle, thank you for getting more Delibird representation. Iron Hands, dumb. Iron Jugulus, hilarious name. Iron Moth, I like Iron Moth. Iron Thorns, I don't like it that much. Frigivax, it's fine. Arctivax, it's also okay. Baxcalibur, it looks like a weird Godzilla. Gimmighoul, okay. Goldingo, I actually don't like it. Wu Qian, it's like a weird Pokemon version of Gary the Snail. Chien-Pao, I like Chien-Pao. King Lu is weird. Chi-Yu, I like it. I like that we got a Koi Fish. Roaring Moon, hell yeah. That's a cool Paradox Pokemon. Iron Valiant, also pretty cool. Koraidon, the better of the two. Miraidon, the worse of the two. Walking Wake is stupid looking. Iron Leaves, it's better than normal version. Dipplin is dumb. We didn't need another apple. Poltergeist is fine. Sinistra is whatever. Okidogi, it feels like another Zarude. Monkey Dory, I don't like. It reminds me of King Julian. Pheasantipity, I like Pheasantipity. Ogerpon is dumb, and I don't like any of the variants. It all looks like plastic. Archaludon is okay. Hydrapple, I don't like it. Gouging Fire, that's pretty cool. Raging Bolt, that's a better Raikou. Iron Boulder, really cool. Iron Crown, great also. These 4 Paradox Pokemon for the DLC are the best ones. Terapagos, I actually love Terapagos. Pekka, it's whatever. And that's all 1,025 Pokemon. Until we get more.